Yeah, hi, I'm Peter, and today I want to show you my tool Loadsheet2Hoppie from within my A320 cockpit. So we're doing a regular simulator flight, flying from Prague to Stuttgart, and within I will show you my Loadsheet tool. I will cut out the interface of flying, so if you want to just have a look at my usual flights, just check out my channel. But this video should be just to explain you my Loadsheet2Hoppie. Yeah, and therefore I will switch over to my tablet PC. So within my cockpit, I'm using a Surface tablet to manage all things like fueling the plane and seeing Navigraph charts and whatever. And so after you've installed the Loadsheet tool, which is this icon here, it will load airport information. This takes a second. And then it loads already the latest load sheet. I can show you later on. This is the wrong one. It's from a form of flight. So let's get the latest flight from within simBrief. So I did everything, and we just load it again. And I'm using a little helper tool, which helps me to open some things. I think this helper tool is on my website for download, but this is only useful if you want to open a PDF file and even some other files. So my tool can run with TOPCAT, without TOPCAT, but it has some advantages using TOPCAT. And for that, I will show you the procedure with TOPCAT today. But you can use it without TOPCAT, but there are some things that won't work because just the information is missing from simBrief, but this I will tell you later. Yeah, these are my aircrafts, and what I then do, it has all load information from the flight, and I click on Loadsheet and click on Save, and just save it here and overwrite, or just save it here, close it, and do export to flight sim to just send payload data to my aircraft. Okay, this is a procedure that might apply to you or not, but this is not important for my tool, but that's just the way I use it. Yeah, next thing would be the takeoff calculation. I just update the weather from within Active Sky, and then I would choose, I informed myself to take off from runway 24. We have headwind, and the next thing is that I just check all values on the left hand side, and I would do compute to calculate my takeoff. And the next thing that I do is click on results and save this performance takeoff results. Okay, this is all we have to do within TOPCAT. I leave some steps out because I don't want to explain how TOPCAT works or the other things. It's just about my Loadsheet tool. So we go back to that tool, and now we are here. And now you can see it has automatically loaded the latest load sheet that we just saved. So this is from today. And it will send to Deutsche Lufthansa 4 Papa Romeo, which is my call sign. And this call sign has been taken from that load sheet. So it is absolutely important that you work with the flight number that you use within your flight. Yeah, this load sheet can be sent in different ways. The first thing is you can send it after the door closes, which really makes sense. And then you can define the monitor aircraft door, which door should be the indication to send out the load sheet door. For me, it's the main exit door. because if that's closed, I get my load sheet with Hoppie or based on Hoppie from into the simulator. Yeah, then there is another one below it. It's called in-flight sending mode. So when we approach the destination airport, we will get another in-flight report, which I show you later. And there you can add a little fictional PAX info. It's not completely fictional, but in general it's fictional. And then below that we have send takeoff performance after new file found. And new file found plus 5 minutes or up to 15 minutes. I have it on plus 5 minutes. So yeah, just 5 minutes after we just saved the file, we should see something in the Hoppie network. I use from DALP the CPDLC client. That is what we use in the GL Cockpit. And so I move over to messages. And let's check out received messages. And there I should just receive a message afterwards. Yeah, then below that we have Hoppie logon. That is your logon information that you get from Hoppie. And then we can define GSX menu keys if you want to steer your or want to control your GSX from that software. That's even possible. It was not intentional. You can mind yourself by the name. Loadsheet2Hoppie has nothing to do from with the GSX, but then yeah, it just came. Hey, would be great if we can control GSX with that. Yeah, there's even dark mode, open log file, and the serial information. I just skip that. And let's go back to Loadsheet. And so this Loadsheet should be sent once the aircraft door is closed. I will now tell the door to be closed. This can even be done within my tool. So I go over to ground operations and can toggle door 1. Now the door is closed, and if the magic happens, yeah, the light is green, and the message should have been sent to Hoppie. There's one important thing, because I did not enter nothing for now. I have to just log in my cockpit. Just give me a second. I will enter that. Yeah, I will enter that now. And now we have Deutsche Lufthansa 4 Papa Romeo, my call sign, and that's the trigger that we get a company message. Yeah, there's just the indication of company message. You might have seen it. And so I move over to messages. And so you can see I got a load sheet from within the Hoppie network based on my software, which has been sent to my system. And that's the complete load sheet with all pages. And what's important for me, I can just print it out in my cockpit. And now I have the load sheet here and can just check it. It looks like I pressed it once, double. Okay, so this is the first one. And now we should wait. There's the next one. Because after 5 minutes after we saved the takeoff performance information, I get another telex, and that is the takeoff information. It's a little longer text. I will even print out that one. And this gives me the takeoff information for specific runway that I selected within TOPCAT, and I got this information. This is an information which is not provided by simBrief, so if you just if you use simBrief only without TOPCAT, you cannot use the takeoff performance feature of my tool because the data is not available. You need to have TOPCAT for that. And need to have an aircraft profile within TOPCAT. So just that's the meaning of you need to have TOPCAT. Cool. So we have 2 reports, and now I just will walk through my software again, because there is an in-flight information which provides information for the arriving airport. I heard from a pilot that this is a common information in some airlines, that they get information for the arrival airport, so gate assignment for the flight, and as said, some information is fictional and some is not. My software connects via FS-UEPC to the simulator and finds out if there is a company gate based on the AVIATION files. And if there is a company gate, he chooses the company gate. So if I fly to Stuttgart, he checks all gates. If one of the gates, in the first, I think it's the first one or a random one, if one of the gates matches to my company code, then he will assign that one. And so that's, I think it's a very funny information, because I got the information of the position that I can go to. And what I do when I fly with VATSIM, I kindly ask the controller if I could get position number 13. The check for the gate is even if there is another airplane on that position, and it should work that he really just chooses positions which are not affected by AI traffic. But yeah, that was what I found out. And then below that, you see the PAX information list. This is fully fictional, so based on your airline, he just creates a new airline, a new flight codes with destinations, and he gives you random information of on time, delayed, and this is based on random, what he tells here. But if you want to do your cockpit announcement, you can do it based on this information. I will move forward later to close to Stuttgart. I think it's 25 nautical miles or 50 nautical miles. And then this information will be sent out via Hoppie to the simulator. We move on to the GSX. Yeah, that's the integration of remote managing GSX menu. It's not possible within P3D to not show the GSX menu within the simulator. But what you can do is simply open the menu from here, and if I now switch over to the camera, you will see it's exactly the same menu on the screen, which is here in that software. So I can now push 5, prepare for pushback, and then he is really doing everything with GSX based on that menu. And if there is a new menu popping up, then you will see it right here. Yeah, we have ground operations, meaning we can do the default pushback, so stop, left, straight back, tail right. I think this is only required if you don't use GSX, or if you want to use the default pushback. And what I told you before, you can toggle your aircraft doors. You can even give them a name. So like this one, you can give them a name like forward exit and so on, if you want to have this a little more customized. Next thing is screenshots. There is a screenshot function within. It triggers the internal screenshot function. And yeah, I found it a little annoying with within the last world flight that you want to have screenshots, but you don't mind yourself on doing it. So with that tool, you can just set an auto screenshot interval. So within your departure and arrival airport and in a distance to 30 nautical miles, he will do a screenshot every 10 minutes. And in flight, he will do a screenshot every 10 minutes. This is something, I think in default, it's like 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes. And you can also trigger the screenshot from here. Takes the screenshot from the screen, from the current screen that is even in your cockpit. Yeah, that is my software, Loadsheet2Hoppie. So once again, the intention is to send information via the Hoppie network to your simulator. It's important that you have a login at the Hoppie network, that is all configured and working fine, because we just use the Hoppie network as a transport layer to send information from my software over the Hoppie network to your add-on. And it's even important for sure that your add-on supports Hoppie Network. I'm not familiar with all add-ons. I'm using CPDLC client from DALP for my GHEL cockpit. So please check out if your add-on is capable for working with Hoppie Network. Otherwise, it would not make sense because your cockpit could not really get the information or receive the information. Yeah, last thing that we can do is just flying over to Stuttgart, and then we would get the in-flight information. What I now do is I save that time and simply do it manually and just show you that this information arrives. So usually it will be triggered, I think, 50 miles or 25 miles. I can check it. And then it would be automatically sent. I click send in, and we now get a new message. And that's the automatic uplink, which would be sent close to Stuttgart if that's the case. I print it again. And here you can see, the message that I got from my tool. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and have fun with the tool. Thank you. Bye bye.